This was Lightning's first ever Robot Wars battle. It was in a tag team terror with Steel Avenger as our teammate.
So Lightning you're in with, you're with the Steel Avengers, how do you feel about that?
I feel really good about that. We've got a nice mixture of weapons, axes and flippers between us.
Good.
That was me.
Get in there and smack them hard.
Lightning has the twin flipper array.
Now at this point Lightning had two flippers and they weren't particularly powerful. Being sideways as well, they're good for self-righting but not particularly useful as a weapon because they're working at 90 degrees to the motion of the robot, and really a front hinge flipper or rear hinge flipper is better, something like a Firestorm or Chaos 2 sort of design. Also Lightning doesn't have a bustle back like Firestorm. So if it gets tipped up at the front, its wheels get lifted off the ground, whereas a robot like Firestorm will rock around its wheels and still have traction. So there are a couple of things about Lightning which aren't perfect, but it's very low and stealthy, low to the ground. So this was the very first attack we had against Nasty Humphrey. They've done Robot Wars before, they're in the 4th series. Lightning was good for shoveling under them. I took him over to Mr. Psycho. I'd gone a little bit deep, so Mr. Psycho ended up hitting Lightning instead. Our flipper, I was trying to get it to work to move Nasty Humphrey. It just wasn't powerful enough in those days. Really was only useful for pushing a robot that was already part way over. So I was using the wedge shape of Lightning here just to attack and to get under as much as I could. Sometimes backing off if the attack wasn't going quite how I'd planned. And that one looked spectacular. I got caught on the wheel. I wanted to get off of that as soon as possible so my tyres didn't get damaged. So anyway, we're having a good old ding dong. I tried to ram them with the spikes there, but they moved out of the way. We were pushing. We had a little bit more grunt and grip than Nasty Humphrey, but as usual the arena is slipperier than, say, if you're racing on tarmac. Now they're tagged. We had one little quick hit with Stinger, and then I said to my teammate, yeah, your turn, give you a go. We went out first, so we got some air time, but we didn't want to hog the limelight, so Steel Avenger comes out. John Willoughby driving, Jackie on weapons. They have quite a good fight, but at one point one of the motors goes down in Stinger, and you can suddenly see that only one wheel is driving. It's not happened yet. There's a bang now. It's happened there. Steel Avenger banged them and something broke, and I'm saying to John, he's only got one wheel working, and John had seen that already and decided to open the pit and try and make the most of it. So now John's got to drive carefully, and he's a good driver, and he's got to line up Stinger near the pit, which he's doing beautifully. Unfortunately he followed through a little bit too deep, so it's back to Lightning and Nasty Humphrey. And here we're going at it hammer and tong again, but I'm really giving it everything now. It all depends on who wins this. For some reason Psycho came after me. I guess that was because I went into CPZ and I had to quickly zoom out of his way. He did actually go after me for a little while. They've cut that out, but he never caught us. Now we're pushing, I'm really giving it some push, and I'm trying to get him near the flame pit without getting myself over it. And did that pretty well. The flame pit operator didn't work it at the right moment though, did he? And now slam, really going fast, take him over to Psycho again, and this time get him lined up right. I come back a bit and bang, Psycho got him, and now I use the flipper, watch, and then pin them on the sidewall, and that worked really well. And they were dead. Their link had fallen out, so they said. Oh no, actually their weapons seemed to move. And that was it. And I was convinced, although it was going to judges, if we didn't win there'd be a riot, because Lightning had dominated the battle against Nasty Humphrey. So for our first showing I was really chuffed with that and very happy. We were the only robot left running out of all 4, and we did win.